Hey everyone, I've decided to start up my own YouTube channel called Aerys. It took me a very long time to realize how entertaining YouTube is. I always just used YouTube to watch the newest music video or the movie trailer that everyone's currently talking about. But I think it's about time that I bring my own perspective to the community. Thanks to a popular YouTube channel you may already know of called Star Wars Theory, I've been inspired to start my own channel. As for what topics I'll be covering on my channel, I'm planning on a decent-sized scope of fictional stories. I'm easily pleased and entertained, so that will allow me to cover pretty much anything. I'll be sticking to the popular shows and movies such as the Marvel Cinematic Universe, The Walking Dead, Star Wars, and of course Game of Thrones. Like many of you, I've grown completely obsessed with Game of Thrones. I started watching the series about a year and a half ago, right around the time Season 7 was airing. I really don't know what took me so long to get into such a great story, but I'm planning on spending much of my time covering the final season, theories about the entire story in the past, and most definitely the prequel series that's set to start filming later this year. In my opinion, Game of Thrones is the best story ever written, so long as they don't butcher the final season, which I really don't expect. You can expect to see that as my main topic on this channel. It's been a very long wait to Season 8, but it's going to be totally worth it. I mean, it's been about 20 months since we've seen any new Game of Thrones episodes, and it's quite the cliffhanger, or cliff shatterer, I guess, because the White Walkers are coming down, crash through the wall, coming south towards Winterfell, and we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, there's so many stories that are coming out right now, like Avengers. And we all pretty much know how that's going to end. We know that the Avengers are going to win. I mean, at least you'd expect it. But with Game of Thrones, you just have no clue how it's going to end. It's amazing that a story could be that unpredictable. I mean, you can just never guess what's going to happen. And Jason Momoa, who played Khal Drogo in season 1 and 2, he visited the set recently, and he even said it's going to be the best thing ever aired on television, which is pretty high praise. It's a shame that the final season's only going to have 6 episodes, but they're not going to screw it up. I mean, yeah, the first 2 episodes are a little shorter, about 53 minutes each, but the last 4, they're going to be all over an hour, well over an hour, with the 3rd episode being an hour and 22 minutes. And that episode, I mean, everyone's thinking it's going to be the battle for Winterfell, Dead versus Living. That is already confirmed to be the longest battle scene of any film or movie ever, and that will make it surpass Lord of the Rings Two Towers Battle for Helm's Deep, which is pretty amazing because that was 44 minutes long. Good news is this long wait is almost over. We got 4 weeks left from the time that I'm uploading this video. It's just going to fly by, and then we have 6 weeks left, and then Game of Thrones is done forever. So really hope they make this season awesome. I can't imagine it's going to be anything less than spectacular. So yeah, just about there. As far as my other interests, Star Wars was my first love when it comes to entertainment. It has billions of fans for good reason. I grew up on it, and I still watch all of the movies pretty often. That'll be another large portion of what I will be covering on my channel. Between these 2 stories, this is where I came up with my channel name. Darth Aerys is a tribute to 2 of the greatest villains in each story. Me being a villain guy, this is fitting for me. Villains are what make stories the most interesting, in my opinion. One big part of my channel that I'd also like to eventually introduce is a spoiler-free review of movies as they come out. I, for one, can't stand spoilers, and Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, was totally spoiled for me, as I accidentally saw a picture of Han Solo's death. Sorry if that's a spoiler, can't imagine it would be. It's been over 3 years now, but I just want to make sure that people can look on YouTube and get a good review of a show or movie, and not have to worry about those types of spoilers, because that was just it was really disappointing. I mean, it was a very blurry picture, and it wasn't even related to anything I was looking at. It was just some random Facebook page, and in the comments someone had posted a grainy picture of you could just tell it was a lightsaber going through Han Solo. It's very obviously his death scene. It was a real bummer because I could just tell in the background that the darkness and the bridge, I could see the bridge in the background too. When the actual scene was about to happen, it just totally sucked out all of the enjoyment and the tension from the scene. So I just don't want that to happen to people. I mean, we like to wait for our entertainment and watch it as it happens, and the best part of stories is being surprised. So, to finish up, I know I have a lot to contribute to the YouTube community, and my plan is to do my own version of the Game of Thrones Season 8 trailer breakdown as my first official video. So, thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope you like my future content.